Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. But then you two are at the center of the world, and I'll explain that later. So the title of today's talk is The End of Daylight Savings Time. Now, I was away for New Bern over the weekend, and of course Daylight Saving Time ended on Saturday night. But it really didn't. Because I was in somebody else's house, it really wasn't like being at home, and I didn't appreciate the end of DST until this morning when I woke up in my own home, my own bed, and I woke up to sunlight, to the dawn. When we're on DST, it was pitch black out there. And so we moved back and we caught the dawn. We stopped saving time. We stopped trying to save time and allowed time to be time. See the difference? Trying to save time. We're all trying to save time as if it were inches. We like to cut off a few inches here. We cut off some time. We're always doing that. It's everywhere. Did you save time? We go to somebody's house on a trip. And what we talk about is how much I saved time on this trip or how much I lost time on this trip. So we're always losing or saving time. And rarely are we on time. And when we're on time, that's like, whoa, who's on time? But most of the time there's a gap between being on time and being off time, where you're either saving time or losing time, you see. So this morning I woke up and I was on time. And so I wrote a piece this morning on Get Smart. And the Get Smart meme, is I missed it by that much. And so when we're, now hang in here with me, we're kind of like, metaphorically speaking, but I'm using daylight saving time as a metaphor for awakening to being in time and not out of time. My whole life I've been out of time, missing it by that much, always a little off, always screwing up, always feeling out of sync, not quite on time, being out of touch, not being in sync with others, being on the outside looking in, there's a gap. There was a gap there, a gap of time. It's just an inch. It's just an inch, but never could. That inch was like as wide as the Grand Canyon. So I spent my life looking for trying to get smart and close that inch, because when you close that inch, you see you're on time. You are time. When you're on time, it's like in sports, particularly basketball, it's called being in the zone. When you're in the zone, you are not in time, trying to save it, be faster, catch up, reacting. You're not reacting. When you're in time, when you're in the zone, you are time. This is a Zen time. Dogen called it being time. Being time. We're not things in time. Things are time. There are no things. Everything's a verb. Imagine what it would be like if there were no nouns. If your life was a verb, it's just action, it's just happening, it's just being time. Imagine what that would be like. There would be no out of time. There would be no missing time. You wouldn't have to keep trying to get smart. You would no longer miss it by that much, you see. And of course, if you miss it by that much, you're angry. My daughter was in a play called Hedwig and the Angry Inch. That's the angry inch. that Get Smart held up. Missed it by that much. So angry. See, so we're always just a little off, you see. But something's wrong with that, because we know in our heart, we know in our being that we are time, that we are in sync, that life is in the zone, so to speak. Life is not out of time. There is no time. When you are time, there is no time. When you are being totally engrossed in what you're doing, when you are what you're doing, there's no time. Suddenly oh my God, time has really gone by. I had no idea what the time was. We have this experience all the time. We can't really say it was being happy, because when you are in time, you're not saying, oh, I'm so happy. It's only after you are out of time, when the moment is over, when the dance is over, that you say, oh, I was happy doing that. Or we look back in our life, oh, I was happy then, you see. Because when we're out of time, when we're out of sync, when we are not being time, we are unhappy, dissatisfied. Something is missing. It's this nagging feeling that won't let go. I think there was a song, I'm watching the TV series Borscht. There was the theme song was this nagging feeling that won't let go. The nagging feeling that won't let go is that you are out of sync. Why can't I quite be in time? It's because I'm looking at the world from outside of time. Whatever we look at, our conditioned mind is a mind conditioned to save time. Our culture is trying to save time. Oh, if I get this computer, I'll save time because I can do it faster. If I take this train, I can get there faster than if I take this train, or if I take this bus. So everything is about trying to save time. It's trying to reduce the gap, you see. Technology is driven by the desire to save time. There's a gap. It takes 3 months to cross the ocean. Then you get a steamship. It takes a week. Then you get a plane. It takes a day. Then you get a superjet. It takes 3 hours. So we're trying to reduce the gap to get to being time, where if I just think it, I'll be there. That's the goal of technology. Just click and you're there. Just click and you arrive. There's no gap, you see. But this is an illusion. This is an illusion that comes from being out of time. Because we're out of time, out of sync, we dream up ways to dream we are in time. In a dream, you notice, when you dream, you are time. You're not out of time. You can dream of being late, but the dreamer is in time with the dream. So anyway, I woke up this morning and I saw the dawn, and it was 7 o'clock and the sun was up, and I was in time, and there was no time. I was home. Thanks for dropping in.